Hello, my darlings. I know you've been wanting this, so today I'm going to show you what's on my wonderful iPad. Look how beautiful it is. Carrying this makes me feel so aesthetic. One of the things you ask me the most every time I show the iPad is, Clau, show us the inside. How do you have it organized? What do you use for high school? How do you survive? That's a good question, right? You often ask about my notes, so today I'll show you everything. This iPad is new, just a few weeks old. I had to change it because a year ago I was given the yellow one. The same one as this, which is the 11th generation, but in yellow. And I don't know what was wrong with that battery, but it stopped working. So I had to change it and I got the silver one. It's true that with cases and everything, it's much less limiting. And I got this beautiful pink flower case, which I think looks amazing. Let's get to the interesting part, which I know you're really… Oh, that came out so bad. To what I really know you want to see, which is the inside of my iPad. Once I unlock it, the wallpaper matches the case. Both have little flowers. I think they look super cute. As soon as we open the iPad, we're trying to be practical. So I have some widgets here. I have the iPad. I have the iPad's battery, everything set in pink. I have a shortcut to my email. I have something here I don't recognize. I think it was Notion, but I haven't set it up or noticed it. And I also have a shortcut to Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer and the time, really big, because I just turn it on and I know what time it is, right? I don't have to strain my eyes. I love this part. I just find the iPad so beautiful. Wait, is this not the pretty one? This isn't the pretty one. Wait, let's do it again. This one is. It's so pretty. Obviously, it's all pink. I knew it would be like this. So on my iPad, I have like 3 screens just so I don't get confused. I have this one that's more like, for general studying. This one here is more for things that come directly on the iPad, or maybe Notion files and all that. And then I have this one, which is more for games and similar things. And here is also where I keep adding the latest apps that I'm installing. For example, here's the class I had recently with my teacher. We were practicing conversation a bit because, honestly, that's what I find the hardest. I'm going to show you a little bit of what a class is like so you can see how it really feels.
Exam.
Exam. We have to do something like an internal assessment, which is like talking about an excerpt from a history. And we have to talk alone for about 15 minutes. Then my teacher will ask questions and we have to answer, and it's all about improving. So I need to improve my English.
This is just one exam where you must speak English.
Yes, because, I have like 3 more exams, but they're written. Honestly, you can really tell the difference between studying alone and having a roommate, correcting you all the time, asking you questions, and adjusting the class to what you need. They're real teachers. Many are native speakers, but some speak Spanish too, so they can help if you get stuck. Honestly, when I recommend something, it's because I think it's worth it, and it truly benefits us. And Italki has earned a spot on my high school iPad. If you want to try it, sign up for free using the link below. With my code Claudette, shown on screen and in the description, you get a €5 discount on your first class of at least €10. But keep in mind, it's only for the first 50 people, so if you're interested, hurry up. Also, by signing up with my link, you're really helping out the channel a lot, so thank you if you do it. Okay, and now let's continue with the rest of the apps I have on my iPad for high school. For the hell of it. Let's continue with this screen. Here, as you can see, I have a huge widget with my schedule, because otherwise I get a little confused. So I placed it in a standard widget app. Well, you just put it there. And that's it. And at least I have to do it like this and see that I have it there, and I already know which class I have. This is kind of the entertainment page. I especially like this page when I travel to Moncafar, because that way I can entertain myself. I have my games. I have my Spotify to listen to my music, my silly games. I don't use them because I like them at first, but quickly lose interest and uninstall them, though they do have their charm. Well, that's a bit… All right. Then I also have 2 teleprompters. I only use one, but I have 2. For the new channel. Oh! By the way, my new channel. I'm so excited. It's open now. Go subscribe, it makes me so happy. By the way, the first video has already been uploaded, finally, and I hope you love it. If you want, you can go check it out, and while you're at it, you can subscribe. I'm going to leave the link up here and also in the description. Here, I don't know. It's around here. That way you can go straight there and watch it. I know you're going to love it. It's a video that I think is really cool, amazing. The topic is impressive, and I know you're going to love it. As I said, this won't be a typical boring biology channel where I just explain things like lipids. That's not the plan. The idea is to share curiosities, new things that are discovered, to connect things that at first you might think this has nothing to do with biology. But actually, it has a lot to do with it. You'll find all that on my channel, Beyond DNA, and I know it'll blow your mind. For example, the first video that's already been uploaded is about Stranger Things, connecting the series with biology, which actually has a lot to do with it. I'll also upload things like sleep paralysis, for example. I know we all enjoy this topic because we often hear about these things. Even though we don't really know what they are, they really grab our attention. You can find all that on my channel. If you like biology and scientific gossip, check it out. I'll share the link. Let me continue. I tend to digress. This page is playful, like tutu. Honestly, most of this isn't about high school. But my main point, the one in the middle right here, is completely about high school. The iPad, as you can see, is completely pink, just because. So here I also have some little pink photos with a little plant, because they look really cute with that aesthetic. And then I have the typical widget up here for the time, which no one ever looks at. Because I do this, and it's hard for me to see what time it is. But it looks really cute, so I always put it there. So yeah, these are study apps. I have Chatty. Of course I have Chatty. I have Classroom. I have Docs. I have YouTube, in case I need to watch some kind of explanatory video. I use Canva for projects, Gmail, and YourStep to stay organized. I really like YourStep, so I have this here for studying. Oh, I was supposed to study a lot there. I haven't studied. That's it. So I set which days to study for each exam. I don't know, I think it looks good. I've got Pinterest, Tacos, and GoodNotes. Yes, GoodNotes. I know you're really interested in this. My super notes, which most of you are in love with, I know. I'm going to show you how I have it organized, because for me, GoodNotes was a mess last year. And this year, I'm keeping it super organized. I've separated it like this into statistics assignments from Classroom. And it's a document you have to fill out during exams to practice with past Ivy exam sessions. In my books directly, it's just random things that you fill out in GoodNotes and send, but it's not related at all. For example, I keep all my books in my notebook for notes here. This is what interests you. I have dividers. See? I tap here, but it won't work right now because it doesn't feel like it. Okay. Look, for example, if I tap on 3, it takes me to 3. If I tap on 6, it takes me to 6. So I have everything organized here. It's like a typical paper file organizer, but you have it here. I mean, you have dividers, so you go directly. For me, it's really convenient. I'll show you the best, most beautiful thing I have. Biology. See, for example, look how pretty. Look how pink everything is. How pretty. What I do is my handwriting. This handwriting you see here, super round, which is beautiful. I know. Well, that's my handwriting, but it's kind of digitized. I don't do it by hand every time I have to write, but I did make it myself. I don't know if I'm making myself clear. I mean, it's the handwriting, it's mine. I drew it myself, but then I made like the calligraphy, the font. That's it, the font with my handwriting. By the way, if you want it, I know it's beautiful. So if you want it, you can find it on my website, and you can get it there because it's amazing. And then I have, well, for my texts, like the main ones, my titles, I have a lettering font, which is another font. It's not handmade, because I don't know how to do that. And then for the titles, like for each little section, I use another color and another font. But everything is always kind of pink. Otherwise, it creates visual noise for me. I also try to make the photos pink because it bothers me if I don't. Everything looks so pretty, then you add something green and it just doesn't make sense, so no. See? Everything is pink and pastel, especially pastel colors. These notes aren't complicated. Just pick 3 fonts you like and 1 color to use for everything, and it all looks super cute. I've started highlighting things too, which looks great. Look, see, everything like this? Pink. Pink, pastel colors, see? That's how I highlight it. It also looks really pretty. And of course, I highlight it in pink. Just one color for the important things. I don't know. They work really well for me. Now I'm doing them super fast. It doesn't take me any time. And they're amazing. They're beautiful. And for me, that kind of gives me peace. You know? If they were uglier, I feel like I wouldn't study the same way. Because they wouldn't give me that sense of peace. So yeah, this page is more about studying and organization. I also have Timo here with the videos I need to record. What's on my iPad? Well, I'm recording it right now. So, yeah. The things I have to do, I just put them here. And then I also have this screen here, which is... It's a bit more of the typical stuff that comes from Apple that you don't want to remove, but it's not what you use the most either. Well, honestly, I don't know. I don't use Preview much. I don't use Pages much either. And Weather on the iPad? Well, not really. I put it here because its pink color always looks nice. And sometimes in my life I have to open it. So not in the app library because I can't figure it out. So I put it here. I have a game here that slipped in. I have Shine. I have Widgets. The typical widget that has a bunch of totally essential things. I mean, why would I want to know what time the sun rises? For nothing, but it just looks nice. It says good morning to me, super cute, all the days of the week, the music I've listened to. I hadn't realized, but all my stuff is stored on the iPad. It looks nice, they're unnecessary, yes, but it looks nice, so I just leave it. I also have small photos of roses, plants, and a book. It looks very aesthetic. I also have a widget from the app here, plus Timo. What I have here is what I need to do today, which is this. And another video I have here. These are widgets no one uses or knows their purpose, but I keep them because they look nice. Then I also have reminders here, which I use maybe to jot down TikTok ideas. I also tried to make a routine here, but it ended up being a shopping list for my monograph experiment. Not really, right? But oh well. You can put ideas here. I have some ideas here, and it's funny because I never actually do them, right? But it's okay. And this, the typical calendar here where I occasionally jot something down, like an exam that maybe I can't write somewhere else. So I quickly note it here. That's it. And I also have what I think is the best part of this page, Notion. I know, I was the typical person who couldn't figure it out. I know Notion is kind of weird. I couldn't figure it out at all, but I managed to do it, and now it's like... wonderful, because I made myself like... I'm lost. Just one page, I don't know, let's call it a page of what would be the classes, and I have everything there. You see? The time it is, the day it is, the calendar. Then I have, this is really funny, for my 18th birthday, which is in 9 months now. Only, for external assessments, it just says end of school. 5 months and 1 week. So it's like a countdown. Then I have my name here, because it always looks nice. This is like an exam schedule. So they've loaded me up with English exams, right? Like, I have everything here, all set up. And then this is like, it has a shortcut here in Notes. Oh, here in Notes. Anything I add to that calendar is automatically added here. Then I start adding notes. See? Great notes. Oh, by the way, look, I'm going to show you how I do it. Because they gave me my chemistry grade. A 5. It's out of 7, okay? A 5 out of 7 is really good. So I'm gonna write it down. I mark it as done and I put my grade. And the other thing, well, I put the points here next to it, but I would have to check them, right? So this way I always have like an order. Then down here I have my monograph, which I wrote down myself. And I cross off what I've already done from the monograph. I also have the direct link. DTC, same here. I have the schedule for my external evaluations, meaning my college entrance exams, right? I already have my college entrance exam schedule. I have a video, math and chemistry. I think. Math and chemistry together on the same day, I'm going to die. And yeah, assignments, maybe, well, those with deadlines. Assignments without deadlines. I have the typical to-do list right here next to me in case I need to write something down. And then I also have my schedule here. Just to know what day it is, you know, what I have next and all that. Everything. I'm not sure, but I got it and used it a lot. I thought I'd go to all the trouble of making it for nothing, since that usually happens and I end up not using it. But honestly, yes, I am using it. But I'm actually managing it really well. Like, it's as if I have everything there. I get to class, open Notion and think, all right, I can take notes now. I don't know. Honestly, for class, I just use the basic things. The only thing that's a bit different that I use is GoodNotes. Oh, and then I also have books here. And I'm mentioning this because you asked me a lot about it since I showed you this, which is like a summary of the books I've read this year. By the way, I'm on a total reading break. If I don't, I end up reading in class, which isn't okay. So I have to avoid reading this year, or I'll get hooked and can't stop. So I showed you this here, which was simply the books I had read that year. And you said to me, "What is that, girl? What app is that?" The Books app comes pre-installed on the iPhone and iPad. I use it to read, and it gives me a summary. Come on, you've kept your streak, Woo. And it tells me the books I've read in a year. I don't know, it's really nice because it's like you keep track. And that's it, guys. That's all I have on the iPad. I may have a few other minor things, but if they're not on the main pages, they're not important. Well, that's all. If you have any questions about anything, about the channel, about any app I haven't opened, if you have questions about the notes, leave a comment and I'll gladly answer, my dears. That's it. I love you all and hope you liked my iPad setup. Feel free to use mine as inspiration. Copy it if you want, I don't mind. It's just so cute. So that's it. I love you all so much. And I hope high school goes really well for those of you who are in high school too. And for those who aren't, just enjoy it. Because life is short. A little kiss. I love you all so much. Mwah.